Most traders believe the secret is more screen time, more hours, more charts, more hustle. But what if working less could actually make you more? Coming into the market as a new trader, sometimes even as a seasoned trader, you're going to experience the trap of overtrading. Most traders who come into the market are coming from a place of working for someone else, right? You're working a job, and as a result of that, you come into the market with a worker's mentality. And I came in to the market with that mentality of like, I'm going to go hard. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to backtest every single day and trade and do whatever I need to do to win. But that's not really the case. Less is more in the market. When you're starting off, there's the things that you don't know. Backtesting for a couple of hours a day, cool, it might help you. But trading for, more than a certain point is only going to decimate your trading account. So overtrading is definitely something that you have to overcome. I had to overcome that myself. And once I understood that there are kill zones, there are times in the market, right, that are more optimal for you to be there because you're going to get the best opportunities, you're going to get the best moves. What are you doing after that point in time, right? And that's where the 3-hour blueprint came from. So each market will have 2 to 3 hour window where the opportunities are plenty, right? There's a lot of liquidity flowing in the market. So the 3-hour framework for me, coming into the New York session at 7:30, okay? Analyze, 8 a.m. the New York session starts, and I look to execute my trades. By 9:30, 10, I'm usually done. So it takes me on average about 2 to 3 hours, a day in the market. After this, I continue to do whatever I need to do. And it's not because you only need to invest 2 to 3 hours a day in the market. No, when you're first starting out, you need to learn how to actually trade and how to position yourself and learn all the psychological aspects of trading. And when I was spending time consistently trading, I'd be in the gym, looking at my phone, taking a trade. I'd be having dinner with friends and family. I'd even be at a club or at a bar, wanting to flex on some people that I was a trader and, taking a trade as well. It wasn't professional and it wasn't really helping my bottom line. But I didn't realize that there were specific times of the day that you should be coming into the market until I started to work on my 3-hour blueprint. And at the final part of those 3 hours, at least half an hour should be spent, either analyzing your day, resetting for the next day. What could you have done right? And what could you, come into the next day and really improve? So it's important that you reflect. A lot of my sessions are recorded, so I'm able to watch myself sometimes, and I'm able to take a look at my screenshots from my trading journal and see, what happened and how I could have, performed better.
2 different levels I cannot relate. You never win if you playing it safe. It's all a game until you get played. You speaking so loud.
One of the things that I realized is trading for freedom only makes sense when you use that freedom, right? Coming into the market and trying to spend all day looking at the charts because you're grinding, bro. You're in lock-in mode. I've never met anybody who actually, benefited from spending all day trading. You can spend a large majority of your time practicing in terms of collecting samples, learning the right and useful stuff in the market, right? Working on your psychology. But trading itself is, for me, there was no point in spending a large majority of my day looking at the charts. I did that for many years. I did that for a long time. But what I realized is less is more. I don't have to spend all day looking at the markets. I can come in, trade for this 3 hours. If I make money, cool. If I lose money, I come back the next day. It's not even my freedom that I want, I'm focusing on. It's also the fact that I have aligned my freedom with the time of day that the market is actually going to move. So I have placed myself at the highest probability time slot of the day, because it doesn't make sense for me, if I live in the Eastern time, to be trading at 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. So if you're doing that as a trader, you're probably losing money. The 3-hour blueprint taught me 3 focus hours a day creates discipline, structure, and balance. You know, not understanding what I know now, not understanding that less is more, not understanding that I don't need to be in the market every single day, every single hour. I can come into the market at a particular time of the day and execute my trades and enjoy the rest of my day, because there are only opportunities, you know, for a particular time anyways. Structure came from having a clear plan of, okay, this is when I'm going to come into the market every single day, right? That was the structure I created for myself, and then that was incorporated into my trading plan. Now, the discipline came for me having to stick to that blueprint, which was going to create consistency. And when I became more disciplined with that entire process, I started to see the consistency of the process that I had created and from the overall structure. It was a game changer. It gave me a level of confidence that I didn't have for probably the first 4 to 5 years of my trading journey. And in turn, it also made me feel a lot more comfortable coming into the market. You're going to start to realize that the market is a bit more predictable. It's not unpredictable as you would think. It's unpredictable when you show up at random times. But when you show up the same time over and over again, you start to realize you see the same thing over and over again. It was a game changer. The goal isn't to trade more. It's to live more. Trading for freedom only makes sense when you actually use that freedom. The market rewards patience, not ours. And that's the video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. If this video hit home for you, it was impactful, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content. If you want to take your trading to the next level, be sure to check out the links below. God bless. Till next time, I hope you're out there living free.